Hello, future scientists. In this video for grade 12 university chemistry, I'm going to show you one of my students' either favorite or least favorite labs we do in the semester, and that is making esters. So the background information behind making esters is that we take an organic acid and mix it with an alcohol, and we get an ester and some water. So for example, in our lab, we're going to be using ethanoic acid, also known as acetic acid or vinegar, and we're going to be mixing it with different alcohols to see what kind of esters we get. Specifically, esters have a fragrance, a scent to them, and so we're going to be observing those scents. Well, on the video, I'm going to tell you what scents each alcohol makes, since you obviously can't smell it in a video. It's a very strong scent though, which is why I have students either love it or hate it. Now in this case, what happens is, how this reaction works is we have our ethanoic acid, we have our hydroxyl group here, and we have our alcohol with our hydroxyl group. These combine to pull out a water and leave an oxygen behind, linking the two chains. So what we do to name this, we're going to start with our alcohol, which was methanol, and we're just going to name its alkyl group, which is methyl. And then we're going to take the organic acid, which was ethanoic acid, and we're going to replace that ic acid with ate. So it becomes, ethanoate. So for example, this ester is methyl ethanoate. Now that we know that, let's go ahead, start our lab. All right, so here's the equipment we're using for safety: goggles and gloves. This is our organic acid, which is glacial acetic acid, so it's highly concentrated ethanoic acid. And we're going to use a pipette with that. Here we have our catalyst for the reaction. It's 18 molar sulfuric acid, so that one's very dangerous. I don't let my students handle that one. I usually put it in for them. And then we have different alcohols we are going to test. So we have one propanol, one octanol, one butanol. But you can test lots of different alcohols. The one I did on the board earlier is supposed to give you a sort of minty smell. I don't always have the best of luck with that one, so I don't use that one in the class. I use these three because they're very reliable for me, or I've found them to be very reliable. So one thing we need to start is a hot water bath. So we have a hot plate and just 400 or 500 milliliter beaker. We half fill it with water and we just heat it up. We want it to be somewhere around 70 to 80 degrees. We don't really want it boiling. And we have a test tube holder, test tube rack, and 3 test tubes, one for each combination. And then we have an evaporating dish, and I'll show you what that's for at the end. So I'm going to do one example for you, and then I'll tell you what the other scents make. So we're going to do butanol. Butanol is a fun one. Now, propanol is a nice one. It makes a sort of nail polish smell. And octanol is also a fun one. It makes sort of a citrusy lemon type of smell. A lot of my students like to say it smells like lemon Lysol. So that one's also good. But let's see what butanol is going to do for us. So what we do is, while this is warming up, in one of our test tubes, we are going to put 1 milliliter of our ethanoic acid into the test tube. It in itself has a very strong vinegar smell because it is highly concentrated vinegar. You do not want this on your French fries. So once that's in there, I am closing this up. Then we're going to take 1 milliliter of our alcohol. And put it in that same test tube. Okay, this is heating up. It's not quite there yet, but that's okay. We're going to take our catalyst and we're just going to put in 2 to 3 drops of our sulfuric acid. And we're done with that. Then we can go ahead and place this into our hot water bath. Now I'm just going to pause the video here because you want to leave this in your hot water bath between 70 and 80 degrees for about 5 minutes. This is where I usually tell my students to prepare the other ones. Put those into your hot water bath. And also, very important, I'm only doing 1, so I'm not labeling it, but if you're doing all 3, like my students would, I ask them to please label their test tubes so they don't mix up which one is which sample. So that is very important. All right, let's come back in about 5 minutes. All right, we're back. It's been about 5 minutes. Okay, I have to make sure the water doesn't boil. So once it gets close, if it goes above 80, you just want to put it on low or even off just to prevent it from boiling. Now, our evaporating dish. Let's move these out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to fill the evaporating dish about half full with cold water. Tap water is fine, it doesn't really matter. Just like so. And then we're going to use our test tube holders because this is now hot. And we're going to pour it into the cool water. And now what you're going to do is you're going to waft. It's important, I tell my students, don't just breathe everything into your lungs. You don't want that. You want the scent to go into your nose, but you don't want it all going into your lungs. So you don't breathe in and you just push the scent, the air, into your nose so that you can smell it. And this one is a really nice, this one's my favorite, like a banana type of smell. Okay, so that's what we do for the lab. If you have any questions, you let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video.